After 25 days, 9 hours and 51 minutes, the payoff.
Woohoo!
A cry of relieved joy at the finish line. Bertrand Delaine and Sébastien Rogue finished 5th in the Solidaire du Chocolat, a race between Saint-Nazaire in France to Progreso, Mexico.
C'est génial. On a hâte de mettre pied à terre, de savourer les...
We couldn't wait to set foot ashore, enjoy local culture and take some time off after these 25 days at sea, because it is after all a race across the Atlantic. We are pretty tired.
On a quand même laissé un peu d'énergie dans l'histoire.
Nous, on a simplement adoré depuis...
We loved it from the very beginning, from Nantes to Saint-Nazaire. The whole concept of the race, the course, everything's really good.
Hola, Progreso!
Out in the town, the two navigators immerse themselves in local music and a round of drinks. Coming back to solid ground is clearly a relief.
On est vraiment bien accueillis après 25 jours de mer.
It's really welcome. After 25 days at sea, could we dream of anything more? The smell of the earth, the city is wonderful.
C'est incroyable, c'est génial.
The duo are smiling for a reason. This Atlantic crossing was their first on board Class 40 AOL Generation GDF Suez, and they learnt plenty of lessons for their next trip.
We both found ourselves on the Class 40, which we don't know very well. We focused on the objective which helped things go better. It worked out well with Sébastien. We agreed on a lot of things.
Vraiment carton plein. C'était vraiment, pour nous, c'était vraiment notre première expérience en 40.
We were dropped in the deep end. It was our first experience in the 40, and we didn't have long to learn, so we did methodically. We didn't try to do things we couldn't do. We took our time. We learned a lot.
Aujourd'hui, je peux vous l'annoncer, on a beaucoup appris.
The learning from this experience is essential to get to the top, and Sébastien Rogue feels on track. A few hours later, the Basque skipper has relaxed and is ready to talk about the origins of his passion.
On m'a proposé un jour de faire une régate. Ça a vraiment été le moment déclencheur de mon amour pour ce sport.
I was offered to do regatta. It was really the trigger of my love for the sport, for racing and for navigation. That's when I started to compete. Sailing was pretty cool by itself, but I needed a challenge. I needed to race others.
C'est quelque chose qui m'ont vraiment beaucoup amusé et qui a fait qu'aujourd'hui je continue.
Sébastien Rogue has been tipped to go far as he moves up the steps. The next is called Quebec Saint-Malo, and it leaves in mid-June. The third multi-hull show has returned to Lorient after a stop in La Grande Motte in the south of France. The organisers wanted to alternate to meet market demand, pleasure boats in the French south and racing in the west.
Je pense que nous aurons des salons un petit peu différemment positionnés au niveau du commerce. On aura ici, on le voit bien.
I think the show will be a bit different from the commercial one. It'll have more racing boats, more offshore racing. We're in Mod 70 country here, the country of the teams. So our show is more focused on racing, while in the Mediterranean their show is more focused on charter-type crewed boats. Tourism's more developed in the Mediterranean than it is on the Atlantic coast.
Sillonne la Méditerranée, le tourisme étant plus développé sur ce genre de bateau en Méditerranée qu'en Atlantique.
The 5-day event is also a chance for boatmakers to organise tests for their customers. This year, no fewer than 130 exhibitors are expected, and among them a dozen boat rental companies, opening up multi-hull sailing to everyone.
Il n'y avait pas réellement de salon à flot où on avait des possibilités d'essayer parce que le parasailor c'est...
We haven't really had the opportunity to try parasailors out at boat shows. It's important to, because it's an extraordinary concept and to see it is better than 12 descriptions. Companies here are proposing to take us out on test runs, so for us, this boat show is indispensable.
All these boats came by the water, they didn't come by truck. So you can see a complete finished boat with the fenders, with the security items, with the sails, with the mast. So the product is completely finished. It's here, it's ready to go, and they can see 100% what it looks like when it's completely done. So it's very important for us to sell a product.
With 15,000 visitors last year, 35% of whom were foreigners, it's a chance for people to see the latest from the big-name boat makers.